The Nigerian Senate has called for urgent action to address gaps in emergency healthcare delivery, urging governments at all levels to mandate the availability of anti-venom and other life-saving antidotes in hospitals across the country. The resolution was reached following a point of order raised on the Senate floor by Senator 𝙎𝙤𝙬𝙧𝙙𝙬𝙧, who drew attention to the recent death of a young Nigerian, 𝙎𝙚𝙜𝙚𝙬𝙧𝙨, after a snakebite incident. Raising the matter, Senator 𝙎𝙤𝙬𝙧𝙙𝙬 expressed concern over what she described as a recurring failure of the healthcare system to respond effectively to medical emergencies, particularly in cases where timely access to antidotes could mean the difference between life and death.
Emergency, including snakebites, scorpion, stink poison, drug overdose, and other form of envenomation, all of which require the immediate administration of specific antidotes and emergency medicines in both public and private school hospitals in order to prevent avoidable death and irreversible health complications. Further note that with great concern, the tragic and avoidable death of Mrs. 𝙎𝙚𝙬𝙧𝙗𝙗, who reportedly died following a snake bite in Abuja recently, thereby revealing serious gaps in emergency preparedness and antidote availability within public and private hospitals in Nigeria. Aware that the World Health Organization classifies snakebite envenoming as a neglected tropical disease and underscored the critical importance of timely access to safe and effective antivenoms in public and private hospitals, particularly in countries such as Nigeria, where snakebite incidents remain prevalent.
Lawmakers across party lines overwhelmingly supported the motion, stressing that snake bites and similar emergencies remain a serious public health threat, especially in rural and agrarian communities classified as high-risk zones. The Senate resolved that the possession of minimum stocks of anti-venom and critical antidotes should be made a compulsory requirement for the licensing of new hospitals, as well as for the renewal of licenses for existing health facilities nationwide.
Because we are supposed to have antidotes to take care of such situation. So, while we are condoling the family of the late woman, we have to be proactive as a government. I see no reason why most of our medical centers and hospitals all over the place shouldn't have medication for snake bites.
We don't have to wait until there's a fatality through snake bites. This is a lesson for us to be proactive, that we must take healthcare very serious. It is tragic that the deceased went the way she died, but the bigger lesson for us is the need for us to have in place policies that must drive our health care. The fatalities that are caused by snake bites can be very painful and indeed avoidable.
Treatment of snake bites and such other health challenges. Mr. President, for some of us who are from farming communities, who are easily exposed to snake bites, I found this motion very, very important because many a times victims of a snake bite have to move all the ways from the villages to the state capital before they are able to access treatment. If these drugs are made available to our health centers across the length and breadth of the Federation, such needless journeys seeking medical attention at state capitals wouldn't be necessary. And I think government has it as a duty to provide health care to all citizens across board.
Contributing to the debate, senators highlighted the need for improved regulation, monitoring, and enforcement by relevant health authorities, noting that preventable deaths linked to snake bite and poisoning continue to occur despite available medical solutions. In his remarks, Senate President Godswill Akpabio described the death of 𝙎𝙚𝙬𝙧𝙗𝙗 as deeply tragic and avoidable, offering condolences to her family and Nigerians at large. The Senate President thereafter led lawmakers in observing a minute of silence in honor of the deceased ceased. The resolution underscores renewed legislative concern over Nigeria's emergency healthcare preparedness and places fresh pressure on health regulators and subnational government to prioritize life-saving medical readiness across the country.
Prayer 2. Urge the Federal Ministry of Health, in collaboration with the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, to ensure procurement, quality assurance, proper storage, and nationwide availability of safe, effective, and affordable anti-venoms and critical antidotes for use in public and private hospitals with priority attention to high-risk regions. This is very good. Those in